Okay. Hello. So this is my second attempt at vlog number 1 because the first attempt was using my other webcam and it totally sucked. I don't know why, because in my test run in vlog number 0 everything worked fine, but today my webcam that I attach via USB is super slow, way out of sync with the audio, and I've got no idea why. So now I'm just recording audio in the video and separately, and I'm recording the video out of the webcam that's built into the laptop, so we'll see if that's better. It looks a lot better. I have no idea why. The webcam's supposed to be much better. But anyway, hi, my name's Edmund, or Clear Blue Skies, as is seen on this channel, right up there. And this is the very first released vlog that I'm going to try and do weekly from now on, for a number of reasons. So the plan is to release a video every week which goes through what I did last week, what I intend to commit to doing next week, maybe intercut that with images or videos of what I did during the week, just gone to liven things up, spruce things up a little bit, and there's a few reasons for that. I want to try to keep myself a bit more honest. I want to do a lot more with my time, work on cool things, creative projects, and I feel like I've not been very focused in the past, and that's been interspersed with other things in you know, life gets onto you, but I want to be a bit more focused. So here I am going to be telling you exactly what I am doing, and we can see if I do it. Because if I'm saying it, then at least I can't pretend like I never agreed to it. Maybe I definitely will still back out on some things. Some things may drop in priority, but that's just how things happen, and that's fine. But at least if I'm saying it, I don't have an excuse to say I wasn't gonna try. And the other thing is to show people that you can do the kind of stuff that I do without starting from the place where I'm starting at, which is, partially with experience in software development. I'm a professional software developer, so if you're interested in that, I program in C++, but also some Java and C#. If you're interested in learning how I got to this point, then we can talk about that. But I'm also not very practiced or versed in any creative things, but I want to do a lot of music, art, game development is what I really want to focus on. So you'll be seeing a lot of that kind of thing, and it's all going to be, whatever quality I'm actually at, and maybe if that's something you are at as well, or wherever you are in your journey to getting to wherever you want to go, you can follow along with me and see how that goes. So that's kind of what I wanted to do this for. Also, it's kind of fun. It's nice to be able to reflect and actually think about what you're doing in the week, over the months, and see it progress, I think. So that'll be cool. Right, so I guess we'll go through this week. Obviously there was no vlog last week, so nothing to go through from last week's to-do list, although there was one. So we'll just talk about this week's to-do list. So I'm going to try and get my hotkey correct. That one. And then, no, this one. Yeah. Right, so let me actually bring this up on my screen. Here is everything that I'm going to try and do over the next week. So by Sunday the 4th, this is all the stuff I want to have done. I'm going to just go from top to bottom. So the first one is recording this vlog twice now, so hopefully this one will work, fingers crossed. Then I'm going to edit and post it for tomorrow, because it's supposed to go up tomorrow night, so it can be had every Monday evening, Tuesday morning? Maybe I should put these up on Sunday nights. That would probably make more sense, wouldn't it? So that it can be ready for Monday morning. So maybe I should do these earlier in the day. Okay, well, alright, so I'm going to try and get this up for Sunday night. I should change that for next week and put it up for Sunday night. Or maybe upload it for Monday morning. I'm going to develop my vlog process and schedule because, as you just heard, that's not set in stone yet, and it should be. I want to get that to be as efficient as possible so we can keep this relatively not too time consuming. It's pretty fun to do. I already lost a couple hours just trying to do the editing on the previous video, and it was, even though it's frustrating because it didn't work, it was actually still pretty fun. It's really easy to lose time doing this, so I need to not get carried away, basically. Spend more time making videos about me doing stuff rather than actually doing stuff. So I'll be writing up a process for that. I'll probably get that done tonight, to be honest. Then these 3 things here. So I've been trying to do a lot more, or I want to be better at aesthetic things, basically. I am not great with looking at stuff and realizing that it should look a certain way. Drawing and modeling, it's 3D modeling and stuff. It's stuff that I'd like to be good at, so I'm going to practice it. So I've got these 3 things: draw 5 things, complete 5 programming problems, and model 3 things. I use Blender for my 3D modeling. And I'm going to try and get those done over the week. So I have a rule with the drawing and the modeling, is that it doesn't matter how long it takes to do, it doesn't matter if you have reference, it doesn't matter how good it is, as long as you're spending time actually drawing something. Because if you doodle something, then it's always going to be better than if you've not drawn anything at all, right? You're always going to be improving the way you draw if you're actually drawing. Because before I would just maybe spend time or thinking I didn't have enough time or didn't have the right resources to be able to draw, and that's silly. As long as you can think of something to draw, then, and you have, you know, a pen and pencil, or pencil and piece of paper, then you can draw. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with that. Excuse me, the programming problems. So I've got 2 sources for my programming problems at the moment. I want to be doing some OpenGL stuff. I've got this book here, OpenGL for game programming. So I'm going to try to do chapter 2 and chapter 3 of that this week. Just follow it along and try and write something in C++. I might go through my tooling for C++ at some point. I've got some little articles for myself about how to set those up, so maybe I'll make those into blogs for people to follow along if they want to get it set up with the same tooling as I've got. I'll probably show it at some point, although I don't think this is going to be a super programming heavy all the time kind of channel, but we'll see. I mean, it is what I do most days, so if people want it, then we can do it. The other 3 things on here are from Cracking the Coding Interview, which is a good book. I'm using it just as a source of algorithmic problems to try to solve, to stay practiced on that, because I think it's something that I want to have a solid grounding on everything that I do in programming. So starting from the basics is a good way to do that. So that's those problems. Modeling 3 things, as we said, just gonna make 3D models in Blender. I'm currently going through a tutorial on modeling a low poly scene on YouTube, which is a pretty good tutorial. So I might put the link to that in the description to this video. I need to work on enunciating. The audio in my last attempt was not great, so let's try and enunciate a little bit more. Okay, this one. I have a Udemy course on music composition for games, which is pretty good, so I'm going through that at the moment. And I also want to, I have this other book, this one here, Game Engine Architecture by Jason Gregory, which has been sitting on my shelf for far too long, just looking ominous. But look how cool this book looks, man. Look how awesome that is. It's so thick, there's so much. It's about C++, writing C++ based words. Game engine architecture in C++ based on the PS3 game engine, or PS3 hardware architecture. And it's fascinating. It's so cool. There's so much detail in it, and I've just never. I've always meant to pick it up, but I've always put it aside and working on other things, and that's silly. So, as part of this week, I'm going to try and do this. Try and read through chapter 3, which is on. Chapter 3 is on the fundamentals of software engineering for games. It covers some best practice stuff, which I'll probably run through real quick because it's stuff that I know pretty well. But it also just recovers memory structures and memory management for C++ and the architecture and things. And although I do know that okay, it's always worth recovering that stuff. So I'm going to do that and just make some progress on that this week. So that's a good few things to get through. It's quite a hefty week, but this week should be a little bit tidier or a little bit easier at work. So I'm gonna get through all these things. Also, tomorrow night I'll be seeing my friend Andres. Me and Andres are working on a project together, doing a game in Unity, and expect to see a lot about that on this channel because that is where most of my focus is going to go over the next X amount of time. And we're just going to build it. I'm pretty excited for that. He's been on holiday for a couple of weeks, so we're getting together and talking about that tomorrow and just getting a move on that. So I'll probably add another ticket onto this board for one of those, like a feature in the game as well, which is a pretty hefty week, but I think we can get through it. I'm pretty confident that we can, with a little bit of focus, work through all these things. It's getting a little bit later into the day. When I started the first one, I thought I'd probably have time to do a bunch more this evening, but I'll get through a couple of things. I want to finish off the tutorial I was doing for the low poly scene and see how far I can get on that, and I'll probably try and edit this as well to try and put it up tonight or tomorrow morning, because it would be good to get that done. So I'll be reasonably on track to get through all that stuff if I can get through the editing pretty quick, if the audio renders okay in the video. Speaking of which, I should flip back to this. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that's the exciting stuff for my week planned. This is how this is going to go. I'm going to try and do more of these, release them every week. Next week will be more exciting because I'll talk about what I did before and hopefully show it. I can show my rubbish drawings. I can show a few models. You'll see the vlog, obviously. I'd probably be able to show my programming progress, and maybe I can link to some of the tracks that I write for the composition course. So yeah, hopefully these will get more exciting, but it's going to be a lot of me just talking at you. But hey, if you want to follow along with that, that's great. You're welcome to come chat with me about anything you want to. Alright, that's it. I've got nothing else. No sign off. This is the first time I've done this. So that's it. I'm out. See you later. See you next week. Bye.